Welcome, Special Olympics yogis. I'm so happy to be here with you this evening to practice yoga. So since I'm the new one here, I'm not sure who has been practicing yoga for a while and who's brand new. But I just want you to know that yoga should never hurt. So we do yoga to stretch, maybe get a little stronger, and sometimes we use yoga to rest. So whatever you feel like you need this evening, most of us like it because we get to stretch a little bit. And when we do other types of activities, it's a good thing to do. So as Amelia said, make sure that you have the proper surface to do your yoga on, whether it's a mat or a rug or a towel, and have lots of water nearby because you always want to stay hydrated. And then we'll begin. So if you have a pillow, and if you need a pillow to sit on, I have one right here. I'm going to sit on my pillow, and I'm going to put some music on. So I'm backing up a little bit so I can sit up on my pillow, and we're going to start off in an easy seated position. So that's just crossing your ankles in front of you. So just rock a little bit from side to side, just feeling your sitting bones in the pillow or right in the yoga mat, and just place your hands right here on your knees. Now just try to relax your legs a little bit, let them feel heavy so that you ground into the earth, and then from your waist all the way up to the top of your head, make a nice long line. So you don't want to be rigid, but you want to feel that you're lengthening your body so that the crown of your head reaches up towards the sky. Now you can choose to keep your eyes open or eyes closed while we practice a little bit of breathing. But if you decide to keep your eyes open, see if you can just gaze softly at something in front of you. Okay, it could be me, it could be the screen, or it could be something around the screen. So all I want you to do right now is just breathe, easy. So you're breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And you don't have to do anything special with your breath right now. Just notice your breath and how it feels in your body. Noticing the nice cool air coming in through your nostrils. And then as you exhale, notice the warmer air coming out of your nostrils, maybe warming your upper lip or your nose. And now we're going to just start to deepen the breath a little bit. So I invite you to take your hands and just place them over your belly, just below your belly button. Now take a nice deep breath in through your nose and fill your belly. Let the belly relax and feel it expand underneath your hands. And then when you exhale, when you breathe out through the nose, pull your belly button back towards your spine. So inhale deeply, filling the belly. Exhale fully, squeezing the belly back. And let's take 2 more breaths just like this. Inhaling deeply, filling the belly all the way down. Exhale fully. And one last breath like this. Okay, now we're going to take our hands and move them up a little higher. So your thumbs are going to be behind you on your ribs, and your fingertips are going to be to the front. So you're holding your ribs on the sides. Now inhale, fill the belly, and let the breath come all the way up into your lungs, feeling your ribs expand underneath your hands. Exhale fully, feeling the ribs settle down. And do 2 more breaths just like this. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. And one more time. Inhale deeply. And exhale fully. Okay, and now the last place we're going to take our hands and place them just over our heart. Okay, so the fingertips are reaching up towards your shoulders and you're overlapping the hands. Inhale deeply, fill the belly and the ribs and fill all the way up to your hands. And then exhale fully, so let the hands settle down, feel the ribs settle down, and squeeze the belly. Okay, 2 more breaths like this, full deep breaths. Inhale deeply, belly, ribs, and heart. Exhale fully, heart, ribs, and belly. And one more time, inhale deeply from the bottom up. Exhale fully from the top down. And now bring your hands together in front of your heart in prayer pose. And we're just going to do a few rounds of making the sun. So inhale as you reach the arms up, fingertips reaching for the sky. And then exhale, palms coming down around you, circling around, nice big circles here, like you're making a sun shape. Nice big circle. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, push down around you. And one more time. Inhale, reach for the sky. And exhale, push down around you. Okay, now you're going to take your right hand and place it on the floor right next to you. And then take your left hand and reach up and over. Okay, so try to keep both of your sit bones down on your pillow or on the mat. And you want to feel a nice long stretch from your fingertips all the way down to your sit bone. Take a few deep breaths, feeling the lungs expand. Exhale fully. And again, inhale. Now as you exhale, let that top hand come down and make a big circle with your left hand. So inhale as you circle the arm up. Exhale as you reach it around. And one more time, nice big circle. Okay, and then as your hand comes around, you're going to place that left hand on your right knee. Okay, and you're going to take your right hand and bring it behind you on the floor. Take a nice deep breath as you sit nice and tall. And then as you exhale, look over your right shoulder. So inhale, sit nice and tall, reach your head up to the sky. And as you exhale, look behind you. And do that one more time. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, look behind you. And now the next time you take a deep breath, bring that right arm around and place it on your left shoulder. And now place your left hand on your right shoulder, okay? So you're crossing your hands almost like you're giving yourself a hug, right? Inhale, lift your elbows up to the sky. And then when you exhale, just round over and point your elbows towards your belly. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, point your elbows down. And one more time, reach for the sky. Exhale, point the elbows down. Okay, now just release the hands from the shoulders and walk your hands forward along the floor. Okay, and just look forward towards the screen or towards your hands. You're not going to fold all the way because we're just getting warmed up. Okay, but you should feel a nice stretch in your hip here. Try to keep your back straight. Take a nice deep breath. And then as you exhale, come on back up to sitting tall. You can uncross your legs, give them a shake. And then recross them, lining the ankles up right in front of you, okay? So this time, bring the hands to your heart center, and we're gonna do making the sun, but we're gonna go in the opposite direction. So as you inhale, you bring your arms out to the side, reach those fingertips up to the sky, And then exhale, bring your prayer hands right down to your heart. Again, inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, hands down to your heart. And one more time, inhale, reach for the sky, make your body long. Exhale, hands down to your heart. And now take your left hand, place it down on the floor next to you, and then reach up and over with that right arm. So feel that nice stretch. Try to keep both of your sit bones on the pillow or on your block or on your mat. And you're reaching your fingertips up and over. So feel that nice long stretch on the right side of the body. And as I said before, yoga should never hurt. So if there's any pain in stretching like this, don't do it as much. Kind of back off of it a little bit. Take some deep breaths here, inhaling deeply, exhaling fully. Okay, now we'll do our arm circle. So take a deep breath. And then as you exhale, circle that arm around. Bring it all the way up to the side of you as you inhale. So go nice and slow, linking this circle to your breathing. Circle up and around. You look great. I can see all those arms circling around. And the next time that arm comes all the way around, you're going to place that right hand right on that left knee. Sit tall. Take the left hand, bring it behind you on the floor. Now take a deep breath and sit tall. And then as you exhale, look over that left shoulder. Inhale, sit nice and tall. Exhale, look over your shoulder. And one more time, inhale, sit nice and tall. And exhale, look over your shoulder. Take a nice deep breath. And then as you exhale, release your twist. Take that left hand, put it on your right shoulder. Take your right hand, put it on your left shoulder. Give yourself a little hug. Okay, now inhale, reach those elbows up towards the sky. And then exhale, point the elbows down towards the pillow. So inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, point the elbows down. And one more time, reach it up. And exhale, point down. Now just take the hands off the shoulders, start to walk them on the floor in front of you. And just fold forward a little bit, feeling that stretch in your hip. So take some deep breaths here. If you want to, feel free to take a nice deep breath. And then exhale through your mouth with a sigh. Again, inhale deeply. And last one. Okay, start to walk your hands back up. Uncross your legs, bring them out in front of you, give them a little shake. Okay, so just shake those legs out a little bit. Okay, and now we're going to come on to the hands and the knees. So if you're using a pillow, just put it to the side. And I'm going to come to the side so you can see a little bit more what I'm doing. So I might change positions. You should stay just where you are. Sometimes I'll change my position so you can see me better. So planting the hands underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips, and your tops of your feet are flat on the floor or on the mat. And we're going to do a few rounds of cat-cow. So as you inhale, drop your belly, lift your chin up, and lift your tailbone up. And then as you exhale, round your back, drop your head, and feel like you're pushing the floor away from you. So inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin and the tailbone. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. And let's just do a few more of these, linking your breath to movement. Okay, now keep doing your cat-cows and stay right where you are. I'm going to turn to the front so that you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. After your next exhalation, take your hands and just walk them just maybe a half a hand length forward. Now inhale and just shift your weight forward, and then you're just making circles with your body. As you exhale, you're coming around to one side, stretching your arms out. Inhale, come forward. So these body circles can be as big or as small as you like. Once again, if you feel like there's a little painful area, do it a little bit smaller, okay? The more you do it in your pain-free range, the more you'll be able to do. You never want to push through pain. And the next time you're inhaling and you're all the way forward, let's reverse the direction. So we're almost making the shape of the sun with our whole body right now. So making these circles, kind of feeling all your joints, stretching those arms out in front of you as your hips go back. And let's take one more in this direction. Okay, and the next time you're all the way forward, okay, come back to your table pose. So you're going to walk your hands back underneath your shoulders and bring those knees underneath your hips. And take a look back and make sure you can't see your feet. And if you can, try to hide them behind your legs. Okay, you should not see the feet. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me a little bit better. Okay, we're going to take your right foot and push it back. Okay, so you're going to take the ball of the foot, put it on the floor behind you and straighten the leg and kind of push back through your heel so you feel a nice stretch through the back of your leg. Okay, so just take some deep breaths here, feeling your stretch. Inhaling deeply and exhaling fully. Okay, now ground down through your hands, so make sure all your fingers are spread wide, and now lift that leg up. Okay, so it's kind of extended behind you and press through that heel. Now take a deep breath and lift the leg up, and then when you exhale, just touch your toe down to the floor. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, touch down. Inhale, lift up. Now hold it here. Take a deep breath. And now you're going to cross your leg over to the other side. So you're crossing over your left leg, and you're going to look over your left shoulder and look at your foot. So you should feel a nice stretch on the left side there. Take some deep breaths. Inhaling deeply, exhaling fully. Okay, now with your next inhalation, bring that leg back up again. Now put your knee back down underneath your hip, okay? And we're gonna come into a low lunge. So using that right leg, you're gonna step forward so that you place your foot in between your hands. So the knee should be just above the ankle, okay? And the other leg is behind, the right knee is down. Now take your hands and place them on that front knee and come all the way up to a high kneel, okay? And if you'd like to, reach the arms up towards the sky. Okay, so ground down into that front foot and the top of the back foot. Stretch out long from your waist all the way up to your fingertips, stretching nice and long. Take some deep breaths, enjoying how that feels. Okay, take a nice deep breath here. And then when you exhale, bring the hands down onto the floor to either side of that front foot. And now keep the left hand down on the floor and lift the right arm up towards the sky. So we're doing a little bit of a twist here. Okay, stay right where you are. I'm going to turn to the front. Okay, take a deep breath and then bring that hand down And we're going to take that right foot and bring it out to the side. Okay, so you've got your left knee underneath your hip and the right leg extended to the side. And start to walk the hands up so that you come up into a high kneel. Bring your hands to your heart center in prayer pose. Take some nice deep breaths here, inhaling and exhaling. Okay, so now take a nice deep breath, reach both arms up, and then you're going to take your right hand and place it right on the edge of the side of your right foot, and you're reaching up and over with your left hand. So your arm can be reaching over your head, or you can just keep it right on your hip here, whatever works best for you. So it can be on the hip, but you're feeling a nice stretch through your side. Okay, take a nice deep breath here. Okay, as you exhale, come back up, bring the arms out to the side. Okay, and now you're going to take your left hand, place it down on the floor next to you. Might be just your fingertips, and then reach your right arm up towards the sky. So some nice deep breaths coming the other way. Stretching out long. Feel like you have a long line between your right and left fingertips from the floor all the way up, reaching for the sky. And we'll do a little flow here. So we're going to go between the two poses. So take a deep breath. Okay, exhale. Now inhale, come all the way back up. Arms are in a T. And then reach back over towards your right. Okay, take a deep breath. Exhale, bring the arms to a T. Inhale, bring that left hand down, reach the right arm up. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, come up again. Okay, bring the hands back to your prayer pose. And now just bring that right leg back in underneath you so you're standing on two knees. And we're going to be doing like a high kneel mountain pose. So bring the arms down to your side with the palms facing forward. Fingertips are reaching for the ground. Okay, take a nice deep breath. And then as you exhale, just tilt your left ear towards your left shoulder. Feel that stretch down the right neck. Inhale and come back up to center. And exhale, bringing the right ear to the right shoulder. Inhale, come center. And now we're just going to do some head circles. So pretend like you're tracing a circle with your nose. So you're just going to bring your nose up to one side. It doesn't matter which side. And pretend like you're making a circle in front of your face with your nose. So inhale as the nose comes up. Exhale as the nose circles down. So nice little circles. Feeling the movement in the neck. And the next time the nose is down, let's reverse the direction. So we'll go the other way. And just getting some movement in the neck. And the next time the nose is at the bottom, okay, just bring the head up to neutral. So you're facing straight ahead. Okay, take a nice deep breath here. Inhale through your nose. Okay, and then as you exhale, walk your hands down to your mat or to the floor, and we come back into table pose. So we're going to do all that on the other side. So we start off with cat-cow. So as you inhale, you're dropping your belly and bringing the chin up. And then as you exhale, you're rounding the back up as you drop the head. Push firmly through your hands. So inhale, drop the belly, tilt the head up. Exhale, drop the head, circle the back up. And just doing a few rounds here. One more, and then after you exhale, come back to neutral. Stay right where you are while I turn so you can see me. Now we're going to take that left foot and press it back. So press the ball of your foot into the floor, okay, and just push back through your heel so you have a nice stretch to the back of the leg. You might want to feel like you're pushing your hands forward, but you're really not. They're staying put. Take some deep breaths here. Inhaling deeply, exhaling fully. Okay, and then if you'd like, lift that leg up, okay, so that it's pushing straight back. So your toes are pointing down towards the earth, and you're pushing through the heel behind you. Okay, so take a deep breath as you lift that leg a little higher, and then exhale, let the toes touch the floor. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, let the toes dip to the floor. And again, inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, let the toes touch the floor. Now bring the leg back up again so it's straight behind you. And now you're going to cross it over your right leg. And you're going to look over your shoulder at your foot. Okay, so you should feel a nice stretch to the left side of the body. Take some deep breaths here. Okay, take a deep breath and then bring that leg back. Bring the knee underneath the hip. Stay where you are. I'm going to turn to the front for you. Okay, so now we're going to take that left leg, okay, and we're going to bring it forward so that we do a lunge on this side. Okay, so you want to make sure your ankle's right underneath your knee, okay, and the back leg stays put with the top of the foot on the earth. And now just take your hands and come on up, placing your hands right on your knee. Okay, take a nice deep breath, and you can stay right here, or if you'd like to, reach the arms overhead. So feel like you're reaching those fingertips up to the clouds, up to the stars. Nice deep breath here, inhaling deeply, exhaling fully. Take a deep breath, and then as you exhale, bring those hands in prayer right in front of your heart. And now taking the right hand, place it down next to your left foot, and then reach the left arm up. So we're twisting here towards your left, towards that front leg. Take some nice deep breaths here. Feel free to exhale through your mouth with a sigh. Okay, one more deep breath. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring that hand right down to next to the other hand. Okay? And you're going to take your left leg and bring it out to the side. So the leg is directly to the side. Start to walk your hands up to your knee and come right up to high kneel with your hands at heart center. Okay, take a nice deep breath. Reach the arms, circle them around, reach for the sky. And then you're going to take that left hand, place it on your knee, and reach up and over with your right hand. So the hand can reach over your head, or you can place it right by your hip, whichever feels good for you. So this is called gate pose, and it's a nice stretch down the right side of the body. Okay, so take a deep breath, and then as you exhale, you're going to take that right hand and place it on the floor. Some of us might need to just use fingertips. And then take your left hand and reach up and over. So So take some deep breaths here. This pose is called full moon. We just had one last week. Okay, so now we're just going to flow between those two poses. Okay, so take a deep breath. And then as you exhale, come right back up to vertical. Bring the hands in a T. And then place that left hand on your leg as you reach over. Take a deep breath. And then as you exhale, come back to the T arms. And then place that right hand down on the floor. Okay, take a nice deep breath. And then as you exhale, come on back up and place that left hand on the thigh. And then take a nice deep breath. And then as you exhale, place that right hand on the floor. Okay, and I feel good on the stomach muscles there. So take a deep breath. And then as you exhale, come on right back to your T arms. Bring the hands to heart center, okay? Take a nice deep breath. Exhale through the mouth. And now place your hands on your hips and you can start to slide that left leg in so that it's right underneath you, okay? And we're gonna come back in through table. And we're going to come and lay down on the belly. So start to walk your hands out and you're going to place your elbows right underneath your shoulders. Bring your legs close together and point your toes behind you, okay? And spread your hands, your fingers wide on the ground, on the floor. And feel like you're kind of pulling them back a little bit. Even though the arms aren't moving, you'll feel your heart come forward a little bit more. And just look straight ahead and take some nice deep breaths. You're in Sphinx pose. Inhaling deeply, exhaling fully. And next, we're going to come into child's pose. So you're going to place your hands right underneath your shoulders. Bring the elbows close to your body. Start to push yourself back. And now spread your knees wide. Let your big toes touch. And start to sit back towards your heels, stretching your arms out in front of you. Some of you may be able to get your forehead on the floor. And some maybe not. But that's where we're trying to work towards, to get a little bit closer to the earth, like we're hugging the Mother Earth. Take deep breaths and feel how that feels on the back of your lungs and on your back. It should feel pretty good. And whenever you're ready, you can lift your head up if it's on the floor. Start to walk your hands back up to your body. Okay, and we're just going to bring the knees together and just sit to one side as we sit back up, and we're going to come into what's known as staff pose. So staff pose is just sitting nice and tall with your legs right in front of you. So you might want to rock from side to side a little bit so that you can really feel your sit bones, your sitting bones, grounding into the earth. Point your toes straight up so you can feel a little stretch behind the legs and see if you can stand up nice and tall. Place your fingertips to either side of your hips. Look straight ahead and you're in staff pose. So it looks like it's an easy pose, but a lot of times it's not so easy. Sometimes it's hard to sit up tall. That's where you use your strength. Now let's just move the ankles a little bit. So just point your toes and then point them up towards the sky. Point them forward and point them up towards the sky. A few more times. You might hear a couple little clicky noises, that's okay. Ankles tend to be a little noisy. And now let's do some ankle circles. So just kind of circle them around in one direction. And then circle around in the other direction. And let's do the same thing for our hands and our wrists. So point the toes up and you're going to take your hands and interlace your fingers. Okay, and all you're doing with your hands in front of you is making a figure 8. So you've got your fingers interlaced. And you're just rolling your wrists. Okay, and then open and close the hands. Good. So back in the staff pose, we're going to relieve that pose. Bend your knees and place your feet flat on the mat. You can bring your hands behind you with the fingertips pointed away and just rock your knees from side to side. And then let the knees face up towards the sky. And you're going to take your hands and place them right underneath your thighs, right by your knee crease. So sit nice and tall. Okay, we're just doing a little bit of tummy work here. So let's lift your right leg so that your toes are pointed up towards the sky. Now you can take both hands and hold on to behind the knee a little bit. And just take some deep breaths, but try to sit tall. Don't allow yourself to slump. Try to use those back muscles so that you bring the crown of your head up, stretching long. And you can stay right here. If you want to, you can try to reach your hands forward, but that's a lot of work. So sometimes you might want to do that just for a second and then grab back from underneath. And then place that foot down and let's do the other foot. So just take both hands and grab behind the knee and lift the leg up with the toes pointed up towards the sky. Okay, and sit nice and tall. This is a half a boat. And if you feel very strong, take your hands and reach forward to either side. It's a bit more work. But even if you can do it for a breath, that's very good. And then grab underneath and place that leg down. Okay, so scoot forward a little bit. Make sure your whole body is on your mat or on the rug or the towel, whatever you're lying on. And we're going to come right down onto our backs. So hug your knees into your chest and rock from side to side. And now place your feet right down on the mat. Your knees are bent. And grab either side of your mat or your towel with your hands. Okay, take a nice deep breath. And then as you exhale, start to lift your hips up. This is called bridge pose. As you're holding on to the edges of your mat, or your hands can be right here by your side, or you can bend your elbows up and point your fingers towards the sky. So whatever feels right for you, take some deep breaths. Inhale deeply, exhale fully. Take one more deep breath, and then as you exhale, slowly bring your hips down. And now bring your knees to the chest and rock from side to side. And let's just do one more bridge pose. So bring your feet down onto the floor. Take your hands and you can grab the edges of your mat or your towel, or you can just place your hands to either side of you with the palms facing down. Take a nice deep breath, and then as you exhale, lift your hips up for a bridge. Take some deep breaths here, inhaling deeply, exhaling fully. And then the next time you're exhaling, breathing out, slowly roll down. And again, bring your knees to your chest and rock from side to side. And now we're going to get ready for final relaxation. So release your legs and let them go long. So allow the legs to be apart. If you're on a mat or a towel, they can be to the bottom corners. Okay, just allowing the feet to splay out, to just relax out to the sides. And you're taking your hands, your arms to either side of you, and they're a little bit away from your body with the palms facing up. And if you'd like to rock your head a little bit from side to side, and now allow yourself to relax. So this is the time, the best part of yoga is the relaxation. It's the time that you recover and rejuvenate from the sport that you're doing. So I invite you to close your eyes to relax and allow your body to feel heavy because you're not moving anymore. So just feel how the earth is supporting your body. Notice what's touching the floor and maybe what's not. And just come back to your natural, easy breath. So just breathing in and out. And take the next moment or two to just relax. Listen to the music. Listen to the sound of your breath. And in another minute or two, I will ring a bell and we'll get ready to come out of the relaxation. So just enjoy this right now. So if you're still lying on your back, take some deep breaths and wiggle your fingers and your toes. And then stretch out nice and long like you're trying to touch both ends of your room. And then bring your knees up to your chest, hug them in. And then just roll onto your favorite side. And slowly, slowly start to push yourself up to seated. Bringing your hands to prayer pose in the center of your heart. Take a nice deep inhalation. Breathe in, reach those fingertips up. Exhale, bring the hands back down to your heart. And I want to thank you all so much for sharing your yoga practice with me. I hope you have a wonderful evening and a wonderful rest of your week. The light in my heart bows to the light in your heart. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Beth. That was
so welcome.
Class. Thank you, everyone who joined us tonight. And thanks, Beth. That was great. I know I'm feeling nice and relaxed this evening. So, those of you that are participating in the Total Body Challenge, tonight's code word is plug. P-L-U-G, plug. So remember to write that code word down and log it in for your mindfulness portion today.